The ideas are mind-blowingly good. Hi everyone, it's Jeannie, and today I want to talk about one of 2024's greatest movies, Pixar and Disney's Inside Out 2. Inside Out number 1, which was a 2015 movie, was great. And so one of the things that I really like about the Inside Out movies is that they are really, they're not just like fun, movies. They have adventure. They're really fun to watch. But at the same time, I feel that they I feel that they're really well thought out. The ideas are so creative, original, and unique. And most of all, I feel that their themes are really important, strong, deep, and meaningful. One of the things that I feel is something that we should all keep in mind while watching movies is, yes, movies are fun. They're really fun, right? But I feel like sometimes you can split those movies into two categories. Now, of course, I believe that nothing should be split. One is this, one is this. And I'm not gonna say that any side is worse. There's some movies that you just watch for fun, like the Minions or Despicable Me 4, or other movies, right? Despicable Me 4, came out this year as well. And it's a really fun movie. I watched it. It was so fun. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was worth it. And then on the other side, there's Inside Out 2. It was also really, really fun. In fact, it was the best movie that I watched in a long time. But at the same time, I felt that the lesson that it kind of gave you was very important. So today, I'm going to be talking more about what I felt was really powerful in Inside Out 2. And hopefully this will make you a better person. And even if it doesn't, because there's no pressure to become a better person. You're probably already you are an amazing person already. But I felt that Inside Out 2, sure, it might help you become a better person, but more than that, I just really liked, the meaning of it. Like I said, very deep. It's very deep, meaningful, and hopefully it'll resonate with a lot of you. So let's dive right in. Like I've said, Inside Out 2 is an amazing movie. The ideas are mind-blowingly good. And I'm not gonna spoil anything for that, but they are good, they're funny, and Inside Out 2 is just, like I said, unique, original, creative, and just so well assembled that I feel that it was really a meaningful, resonating movie. It's kind of annoying to say Inside Out 2, like 2. I'm just gonna say Inside Out, okay? So Inside Out, this 2024 Inside Out was about Riley, as it was with the last movie. It's Riley, So Inside Out is basically about all of these characters in Riley's mind. And these characters, they're the emotions: anger, fear, disgust, sadness, and joy. And they have handled a lot of hard problems. They've tackled a lot in the last Inside Out movie. And they're really well, they work together really well, right? They kind of have a dashboard, and they help Riley react to things. Like, for example, somebody says something mean, anger will get really angry, sadness will get sad, and then they will kind of control Riley. Of course, that was what I thought in Inside Out 1. But in Inside Out 2, they expanded on this idea. They said, sure, maybe Riley's emotions have control of her, but not complete control. In a way, she also has a sense of self, and that sense of self is built on emotions. On memories. For example, when she helps somebody, help get up, one of the things about that was added to her sense of self, I'm a good friend. When she and I'm a good person. That was what she really thought. She wanted, and that was her sense of self. She wanted to get that. She wanted to do that. And she wanted to live up to be that person. And sometimes that sense of self works out, and it kind of looks like a tree, an interwoven, complicated tree made out of these blue strands. It's a very beautiful movie. The animation is terrific. And so already I was really enjoying the movie. But then, anxiety, embarrassment, and Yui and Envy show up. 4 new members because, Riley has decided to start the long, arduous journey of puberty. It's a coming of age story. And so immediately anxiety kind of, tries to take over, right? Joy and others, they mostly want to just help Riley, but anxiety plans for the future. She says, okay, and Envy and anxiety and them, they say, we need to get with the cool kids. We're gonna make friends with the cool kids. Never mind our old friends. We want to get through high school. We need to be part of the cool kids. And so obviously that isn't very nice. What about her old friends, her best friends? What about them? And so this is a story about both sets of emotions battling each other, but not like battling like this. It's just a journey to replace Riley's sense of self as anxiety. Destroys that and begins her own tree, her own sense of self for Riley. And Riley kind of pushes her friends away and tries to get in with the cool kids. And so what I really felt was impactful about the movie was that, I think that we've all had experiences like that. I think that we've all had experiences where, we just look at the cool kids and we're like, I wish I could be one of them, right? And I'm pretty sure there's been times when anxiety has kind of taken over you, right? It just takes over. But one of the really surprising things, and one of the things that I thought was really meaningful was that on this anxiety-based mindset, right? Before it was blue. Now it was orange, sort of like heart angles, right? And this one, the thought that echoed through Riley's mind was not, I'm a good person. It was, I'm not good enough. And I think that that's a really important thing. Definitely, I don't think that anybody should be thinking I'm not good enough, but I do think that if you're just full of anxiety, I think that that's what's going to happen. Let's say you're let's just say you're writing an essay. It's due today, you're up until 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? You're cramming for this essay, you're racing to finish it, right? Right, you still have to review everything, edit everything, get it into MLA format. You have to get your works cited page. You have to add a few more sources and probably, rewrite a few paragraphs, rearrange them, reread them a couple of times. It's just a big headache. And all that while, you're not thinking, I'm a good person in a peaceful way. You're thinking, I'm not good enough. I need to do more. And, when Riley wanted to join the hockey team, she was the hockey group, the cool kids. She wasn't content with her friends. She wasn't saying, they weren't on equal ground. Instead, she was always trying to make herself, fit in. She was always trying to, she just went along with what they liked, and I really think that was something that the creators of Inside Out really captured well. And so, I think this is very important. While it might not be obvious, people are like just like when anxiety takes over, you're like anxious. But I think that underneath that there is a current of I'm not good enough. But anyway, they actually managed to install the actual better mindset, like in the better sense of self, the blue one. And anxiety isn't actually a bad character. She's a good person. She just wanted to do the best for Riley. She just wanted to help. And in the end, when she realized that what she was doing wasn't working, she decided to step back. She apologized, and she said that, and she gave the reins over to Joy with a smile. And as the movie went on, it was more like they helped each other. They got an understanding of each other, and I think that was just a really nice thing. Anxiety isn't necessarily bad. Sometimes, and you might be thinking, well, like, why anxiety? Why do you need anxiety? But sometimes anxiety is good. Sometimes feeling a little bad, like that, sometimes just like you need a good cry, sometimes you need to feel a bit bad. Like, you can't always just be happy. That's a good thing, but at the same time, I think that we're much more clear-headed with what I'm saying is, imagine if you're just happy all the time. You're just smiling. That's a good thing. I'm not saying that you should not be happy all the time. But sometimes, think about it like this. You sometimes need to be sad to realize that you're happy, right? And while I believe that there's nothing as being too happy, I really do believe that sometimes anxiety can actually ground you in the real world. It isn't just like, oh, I'll do well on that test, or, oh yeah, I'm just fine. I don't have to think about yada yada yada. Anxiety actually makes you sit down and work because you're anxious that you won't be able to do something well. And because of that, anxiety can help you push forward. And sometimes anxiety will, I don't mean like push you all the way until you're like to the breaking point. I just mean to the point so that you're not just like saying la la la. You're actually working hard. You're actually doing something. You're more productive, and you actually get that thing done. So sometimes I do believe that anxiety, while nobody likes feeling anxious, and too much anxiety and stress can actually combine to become a very bad factor in your health, I still believe that just a bit of it is still good, because that makes us push us forward. That pushes us forward. Like I said, anxiety is there to help. But in the movie, anxiety overreached. However, anxiety's main purpose was to help, as she first said in the movie, and as she realized in the end. And I really do believe that. So don't go on believing that anxiety is totally bad, as it seemed like in the movie, right? In the beginning and the end, the creators really did recognize, yes, anxiety isn't totally bad, right? It's there to help. And so that's just one thing I wanted to talk about. Lastly, it turned out that Riley was not fixed because she was having a panic attack. She was really just panicking out. And even when they replaced her sense of self, the good one, I'm a good person, it wasn't working. And that was when Joy, the main character, realizes something. To get there, they had to ride an avalanche of memories, of bad memories that they kind of just kicked back to the back of the mind. You see, memories there are these balls of all colors representing what types of memories they are, happy or sad. Sometimes they're mixed up, and if you look at the ball, you can see that memory playing. And the happy ones, they're all together, but the bad ones, get out of here. Push them away, all the way to the back of the mind. Now there's a lot of them there. And so they ride it back all the way to this let's just say area. You know, this is where like the sense of self begins. In this kind of clear, like, not river, yeah, river, quiet, sort of always sort of nighttime river with glowing strands coming out of the memories. Like the memories are in the water, and glowing strands come out of the water, forming together to form the sense of self. And so, you know, mostly they would take them, the good memories. The memories of Riley helping a friend, supporting them. The memories of her getting, you know, of her being a good student. She's a good student, right? She helps her friends. She's a good person. But with all this avalanche of bad memories that's pouring in there, right? As they have to ride an avalanche to get all the way back to headquarters in time, what happens is that those get into the water as well, and they begin creating these other colored strands, and soon it's just a colorful mess of both good and bad memories. You think it was bad, but it actually helped Riley. It stopped her from having a panic attack. And that's because we aren't perfect beings. We aren't always good people. While we strive to be good people, I'm sure a lot of people, they're sometimes mean. They're sometimes selfish. They can sometimes get bad grades. They're all bad at the same time. Riley's a good person. And so before, it was just, I'm a good person. With anxiety, with total anxiety, it was, I'm not good enough. But with this, it's a multitude of things. I'm sometimes angry. I'm a good person. I'm sometimes mean. I help my friends. And I felt that was really the best meaning of all. Because I think that a person isn't just a person. Us, our sense of self, shouldn't be completely good. We should recognize that we are bad, but that we are also good. Because we aren't perfect robots that are just made to be good. Follow the rules. We will break the rules. We will make people angry. We'll make ourselves angry. We'll sometimes feel really badly. We'll sometimes do bad things. And, you know, I feel that really makes who we are. We're not only built by the good memories. We're also built by the bad ones. And sometimes the bad ones can be just as impactful as the good ones. They allow us to look at ourselves and to recognize our shortcomings. I also think that they make us stronger, right? Bad memories, while they can just make you feel bad, you know how to act next time. You learn from your mistakes. The more mistakes there are, the more you learn. And as you really know who you are, don't always just say, I'm a good person, I need to do this. Recognize that you're a human. And with that, I think that you unlock more inner peace. And so, yes, I think that sometimes feeling a little bad might actually be the best thing of all. Though, I'm not saying that you should feel bad all the time. I hope that you watched the movie before this, however. If you did not, I mean, I hope that I explained it well, but please watch the movie. It's an amazing movie. And also watch Inside Out 1. It was amazing. Watch both, and I am so pumped for Inside Out 3 already. I hope that Inside Out 3 is coming out, and definitely this is one of the best movies ever for summer 2024. Also, fun fact, Inside Out 2 was the fastest animated movie ever to reach the 1 billion mark. As I'm speaking, its box office is around $1.3 billion. That is an enormous amount of money. And it's definitely clear that Inside Out 2 was a hit. And yeah, I guess we're all holding our breaths for Inside Out 3. See you then, or maybe with Despicable Me 4. Bye!